Hello and welcome to a new tutorial. This is Daisy. I have started a series of tutorials where I will be teaching you how to make custom garden flags. I will teach you how to sew 5 different styles of garden flags so you can customize them with the technique of your choice. At the end of making all the designs, I will show you different ways to customize them for different special occasions or seasons of the year. And the materials we're going to need to sew these garden flags are the fabric of your choice. You may use polyester if you wish to sublimate, cotton Canva, denim, cotton, or any other if you want to customize with a different technique than sublimation. My favorites to sew these garden flags are cotton Canva and blackout decor in polyester. Also, we're going to need scissors, fabric pins, tape measure, ruler, a washable fabric pen, or a pencil. And to display your flag, you're going to need a garden flag holder. In the description below, I will leave you the list and links of the products used in this project. These ones are the garden flags that I saw in previous tutorials. I'm going to leave you the link of these tutorials in the video description. Today I'm going to be sewing this garden flag. It's going to be reversible so you can customize it on both sides. The measurements of the finished garden flags are 12.5 by 18 inches. Let's start preparing the fabric. But before I start with the tutorial, I would like to invite you to subscribe to my channel, like my video, and press the notification bell. And to make this garden flag, we're going to need 5 pieces of fabric with the measurements on the screen. And this is optional. 13.5 inches of pleated ribbon. Also in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make pleated ribbon. When choosing the fabric, we have to take into consideration how we're going to customize it. For example, if we are going to sublimate it, we have to use polyester. But if we are going to use another technique, any fabric will work. Grab the piece of fabric that measures 4 by 40 inches. We're going to start making the pleated ribbon. Fold it in half, iron it. Now let's start making the pleats. The pleats are going to be approximately ½ inch. Secure them with pins and we're going to sew leaving 1/4 inch seam allowance. If it is easier for you to make the pleats at the same time you are sewing, you can do that. Now let's place it on top of the piece of fabric that measures 13.5 by 15 and secure it with pins. And this is optional. If you have another ruched ribbon, place it on the other side and secure it with pins. You can make your own or you can buy it. This last one I bought it at Hobby Lobby. Grab the 2 pieces of fabric that measures 5 by 13.5. Place one on each side. align it, secure it with pins, and we're going to sew, leaving 1/2 inch seam allowance. Grab the last piece of fabric that measures 13.5 by 21 inches. Place it on top, align it, secure it with pins, and we're going to sew top and bottom. But before, we're going to mark a 7 inches gap, this to turn it inside out. Now we're going to sew on the sides, but before we're going to align it on the bottom. Put the stitches one on top of the other, iron, secure it with pins on both sides, and we're going to sew leaving 1/2 inch seam allowance. Remove the pins, turn inside out, define the corners, and iron it. Measure 18 inches from bottom to top, fold the excess, iron it, secure it with pins, and we're going to sew, leaving a 2 inches seam allowance. Make sure the stitches go under the ruched ribbon. We already finished sewing the custom garden flag. As you could see, the process of making this garden flag is very easy. It is ready to be customized for any special occasions such as summer, fall, Christmas, birthdays, welcome signs, and many more. Now that I already finished sewing all the garden flags, I'm going to go ahead and start with the next tutorials, where I'm going to be teaching you how to customize them using different techniques. So stay tuned for my next tutorials. In the description below, I will leave you the list and links of the products used in this project. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like my video, and press the notification bell. Thank you for your visit, and I'll see you in my next tutorial.